So, here's a wild thought. Can an AI really know if you're going to buy that new shampoo or that new snack before it even hits the shelves? Well, today we're digging into some really fascinating new research that tries to answer that exact question. Okay, so let's set the stage. Every single year, companies spend billions of dollars trying to figure out what you, the consumer, actually want. They're desperate to know what you think about their new products, because if they get it wrong, oh, that is a massive, and I mean massively expensive mistake. But here's the thing. How reliable is all that spending, really? Traditional surveys, as we know, have some pretty big problems. You know how it is. Maybe you don't want to hurt the researchers' feelings, so you give a nice, positive answer. Or maybe you're just clicking through as fast as possible. This is what's known as panel bias, and it makes all that expensive data, well, kind of noisy. So naturally, everyone's wondering, could AI be the solution? The big idea lately is to use large language models, yeah, the same kind of tech behind tools like ChatGPT, to create what they're calling synthetic consumers. You literally give the AI a persona, like say a 35-year-old mom of two who lives in the Midwest, and then you just ask her opinion. So the first attempt was about as simple as you can get. Researchers just showed the AI a product concept and asked it straight up, hey, on a scale of 1 to 5, would you buy this? Simple, right? What could possibly go wrong? And this method, it has a formal name, Direct Likert Rating, or DLR. It's pretty much the most straightforward way to get a number out of an AI. You're basically treating it just like any other person filling out a survey. Well, it turns out something very strange happened. Instead of a normal, believable range of answers, the AI almost always just picked 3. You know, the safe, non-committal, middle-of-the-road answer. It hardly ever gave a strong 1 or a 5. The results were completely bizarre and, frankly, not very useful at all. And this failure led to a huge aha moment. What if the problem wasn't the AI's ability to think like a consumer, but the way we were asking the question? What if, by forcing it to give a single number, we were pushing it into this weird, unnatural corner? This quote from the research paper just nails it. The fault wasn't in the AI. It was in the method. The way they were asking was fundamentally flawed, so they realized they needed a much, much smarter way to ask. So the researchers actually tested out 3 different methods. We've already seen how that first one, the direct Likert rating, was a total flop. But it's this third one, Semantic Similarity Rating, or SSR. Oh, this is where things get really, really clever. So instead of asking for a number, the SSR method starts by just asking the AI for its opinion. In plain English, just, hey, what do you think? Then it takes that text and turns it into a kind of unique mathematical fingerprint. It's called an embedding vector that captures the real meaning. And then it compares that fingerprint to a bunch of anchor statements like, I would definitely buy this, or there's no way I'd ever buy that. From all that, it creates a probability score for each rating 1 through 5. You know, the easiest way to think about it is like this. When you ask a friend how a movie was, you don't demand they give you a 7.8 out of 10, right? No! You listen to them. They say, oh, it was incredible, the acting was amazing, but the ending kind of dragged. And from that conversation, you figure out how much they liked it. That's exactly what this SSR method does with the AI. Okay, so this new, more conversational approach, it sounds pretty cool in theory. But did it actually work? Let's take a look at the results. And honestly, the difference is just night and day. Where that old direct method completely failed to match how real people answer surveys, this new SSR method was almost a perfect mirror image. So here's that the 4 picture again. Remember this? That huge, weird spike right on the number 3? The researchers gave this a distributional similarity score of just 0.26. In other words, a really, really poor match to how humans actually behave. And now, look at the after. Just look at that graph. The spread of answers from the AI using the new method is incredibly close to the results from real human surveys. The similarity score jumped from 0.26 all the way to a massive 0.88. I mean, this is a total game changer. But hold on, because here's probably the most stunning number of them all. This new method achieved 90% of human test-retest reliability. Now, what that basically means is that the AI's predictions were almost as consistent and as reliable as just going out and asking a completely different group of real people the same questions. That is incredible. So, why does all this matter so much? Well, it's not just about getting the numbers to look right. This breakthrough opens up a whole new way of actually understanding consumers. Think about it. When you ask for open-ended feedback on a normal survey, you usually get, well, this. Super brief, not a lot of detail. It's good. Right. What is a product designer supposed to do with that? But look what the synthetic AI consumer gives you. It's incredibly rich, it's detailed, it explains its reasoning, its concerns, its excitement. The ease of use, appealing. From a trusted brand. This kind of qualitative data is pure gold for the people actually trying to make the products. And there's one more really critical piece to this whole puzzle. All these amazing results only happened when the AI was given a very detailed persona to work with. Remember our 35-year-old mother from the Midwest? When the researchers ran the tests without a persona, just asking the generic AI, the accuracy completely plummeted. So it's not just about how you ask, it's about who you ask. So the real-world implications here are huge. We're talking about companies being able to innovate faster, design much better products because they have richer feedback, and get a much deeper understanding of their customers, all while potentially lowering research costs. This really leaves us with a pretty powerful thought to chew on. We've just figured out that by talking to AI more like a person, we can predict what we want to buy with stunning accuracy. So the real question becomes, how long until it can truly understand why?